Well, I came to London in 1975 to study singing with a view to going back home. I signed up, I got into the Guildhall School of Music to do an associate program of 3 years. And I mean, I'd grown up in Bombay, where my family were very interested in Western classical music. My mother played the piano, my father sang, he played the guitar. My mother sang too, and she taught us all to sing. I have 4 brothers, and I was the only girl. So we were very lucky in Santa Cruz, the little suburb that I grew up in. The adults had got together some years in advance and started an arts festival every September. Any child from the age of 7 onwards could get up on stage and sing a song, play the piano, play the violin, and then there were choir competitions and even plays for children and for the adults as well. And the parish was divided into 4 zones, so it was true to Indian style, it was competitive. I look back and I see that as a tremendous training ground for me, because every year I had to get up on stage and deliver. And sometimes it fell apart, but mostly it was pretty good. I think that helped me to learn to really communicate, to get over the nerves of being on stage and really connect with the audience. You know, that was the beginning in a way. I also went to university in India before coming out here, and I read English and French, and I think that's another key factor, because you study the literature of these languages, and for a singer that's very important, because you're dealing with poetry all the time. With the song repertoire, you've got German poetry, French, Italian, and then with the operas, it's a larger scale, but it's a question of drama, and with literature you have plays as well. So I had an initiation into that, and I realized that I had to study other languages as well. So when I came to England, the course at Guildhall, we had to study German and Italian, and my French was good, so that was a plus point. I think because of my experience with competitions, I took part in quite a few competitions at the Guildhall. I won several prizes. I went to Europe in my 3rd year, and I won a couple of prizes there as well. And then later on, I went to a few other places. I didn't know a soul in this field and in this country and elsewhere in music. In fact, I didn't intend to make a career in music, because my father was very keen on me going home and settling down. But it was because I met Mark, my husband. He was at the Guildhall as well, studying piano. And I suppose when we met and we got on and things developed, we decided to get married. And my fate was sealed, I suppose. It was sort of decided for me that I had to keep singing. I mean, I had developed a passion for it. In fact, at the end of my 3rd year at the Guildhall, my father said, you know, it's time to come home. And I knew he loved opera. And I'd been offered a scholarship to do the opera course at Guildhall. And so I said to him, I said, you know, this is all paid for, there's no expense at all. If you allow me to stay and do 1 more year, then I'll come home. Otherwise, I'll come home straight away. And I knew he wouldn't say no, which he didn't, and he allowed me. But it was in that year that I met Mark.